You may remember at the beginning of the year, the Salt Lake Bees announced they would be making a new hive in Daybreak, leaving the ballpark neighborhood of Salt Lake City, wondering now about the future of that stadium. With more specific concepts on the table, we asked you today, what do you think should replace the ballpark?
Now, some of the new designs include facilities for women's sports, an elevated park or biodome garden, and there are still housing and entertainment options. With thousands of dollars on the line in the contest to pick the best design, Fox 13 News reporter Jenna Bree has some details of the designs.
Months after the Bees announced they would be leaving, ballpark neighbors are still in shock.
I had been to the opening game at that stadium when it opened with the buzz. And, I was just kind of like, man, this sucks. Work on the library.
A resident of the area for 5 years, Damon Talbot decided to throw his hat in the ring for Salt Lake City's Ballpark Next design competition.
I think it's just such a rare opportunity for a city to literally go out to its community and its stakeholders and say, hey, what should we do? Third Park would be kind of on this side.
He says his Ballpark Commons plan made it to the finals because it lays out what the community needs.
So it really activates the space day and night, from whether it's the library and park during the day for kids and families, up to nightlife and entertainment venues for adults that might want to go do axe throwing or arcade bars, things like that in the evening, and restaurants, and concert venues for all ages on weekends and holidays and bigger events.
All the final designs fall under 3 different categories: professional, resident, and student applications. There are 3 different designs under each of the categories, so 9 final designs in total, but if you decide to vote, you can vote for one of each under the 3 categories.
We went out and canvassed a bunch of people within the community, kind of wanting to find out what they wanted within this area. I mean, the ballpark's leaving, it's a historic spot, and so we wanted to make sure that everybody was involved in the decisions going into the design.
Utah State University student Nicholas Tate Barney says his design pulls inspiration from Seattle's Pike Place Market.
One thing that we really wanted to focus on was bringing those cultures together. The Pride Center is right next to the ballpark. Urban Indian Center is just down the street. It's a really ethnically diverse area within just walking distance of the site.
From shopping malls to concert venues and food halls, all the designs are focused on making ballpark the place to be.
It might not be quite as big of a draw as Temple Square or Golden Spike or some of those things, but it can also be one of those locations here in Salt Lake City that when you are here, you have to go to the ballpark.
In Salt Lake City, Jenna Bree, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Voting ends a week from Thursday. You can find a link to all 9 of the final designs and cast your vote on our website, fox13now.com.